Yo, what is up guys, Chestamite, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be riding around a little bit. I'm trying out slightly different camera settings. I have it on wide mode now, so maybe you guys will see a little bit more of the surroundings. Sorry for not uploading last week. I got sick with something and just put me out for a week, so I'm back now. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing some riding around. I haven't ridden this thing in a week, so finally getting back into it, and I love riding this thing, so I'm so happy to be back out here. Anyways, let's get into the ride. So, in the week that I was gone, there has been a wolf spotted around our area, and coyotes, and yeah, so there's been a little bit of animal sighting around. So everybody's been on high alert, you know. I mean, I don't think my bike could outrun a wolf. Maybe coyotes, I don't know. So that's, I don't know, a little nerve-wracking, but not too bad. But I don't know, I saw the wolf on Saturday or Sunday. I was just standing in the field, and it ran out of the field, and I was like, oh, uh-oh, like right next to my house. So I know it's around here, and I don't know how fast it is. I don't know how fast I can run. I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm sure it's faster than my bike's 39 miles per hour. So a little bit scary, but that's okay. I don't know. I miss riding this thing. You know, you leave it for a week, and this bike is just so fun to ride all the time. So getting back out here, just gonna go for a nice casual ride, nothing crazy. Talking about upgrades, I need to get a new front tire soon. This front tire is running real low, so I'm probably gonna be ordering that soon and putting on the new front tire, because I do not want to pop it. I really do not want to pop the tire, like pop the whole tube and everything, because it's good to have that just in case of emergency. I have my old rear tire just in case anything ever happens, you know, in case I forget to order another tire, I can put that one on, you know. So far I don't think I'll ever need to do that, but for right now I'm thinking get a new Shinko 244 for the front. That's a nice new set of wheels. That's all you need. And talk about future upgrades to this bike, I have been doing quite a bit of research on the KO upgrade, so the KO controller and the KO motor, because the X160 motor is not as powerful as the Surron motor, as some of you may know. It cannot run 14 kilowatts for any amount of time, so I'm thinking about getting the KO motor and the KO controller. I saw a video online, some guy was going like 73 miles per hour with it, and I was like, oh, that sounds nice. I like the sound of that. So that's next big future plan. They're gonna release a new version of the controller and motor combination that's gonna come with a little screen. So I want to see what that price is, and then I'll think about buying that upgrade eventually, not right now, because that upgrade, that just sounds real nice. And yeah, so beautiful out here. I hope the camera's catching this well, because I turned off horizon leveling to have wide mode on, and I'm hoping that you know, shows more of the screen and doesn't sacrifice too much stability. Ooh, I feel a bit of bumpiness in my bike, and I can hear maybe a strange noise. Ooh, I have 1,700 miles on the bike now. Ooh, might need to start looking at some new bearings for the jack shaft. That's an upgrade I saw some guy did at like 1,500 miles. He changed them out, and I was like, oh, that's where I am, so should I be changing them? And I don't know, that sounds like a very large undertaking. I don't want to mess anything up with the bike. I'm no professional by any means when it comes to anything like this. Hopefully I'll get there eventually, but for now it's just a lot of help from family members. My grandpa, electrical engineer, he's mechanically inclined by a lot. Other grandpa worked on Harleys his whole life, so he knows a thing or two about motorcycles. That's perfect, just what I need. Hopefully the bike isn't gonna like die right now. That was a dead snake on the road. Oh god, that wasn't dead, was it? Oh shit, hold up. I still haven't seen a rattlesnake in my entire life in person. So, that, if that was alive, that's scary. Cause I don't see it, it's gone. Shit. I just almost ran over a snake. Oh fuck, that's scary. Okay, let's not hang out for too long. Damn, that was a real snake. Oh no, never mind, there it is. Oh fuck, I just scared myself. I better be dead. Oh yeah, it's dead. I know they can still bite when they're dead. Oh fuck, that looks like a rattlesnake. Like a really small one though. Alright. I don't see a rattler, but the markings do not look like a gardener snake or anything like that. But I don't know, there might be other kinds of snakes. I'm not very knowledgeable on that. Oh, so fun. Just twist the throttle. Feel the acceleration. So fun. So fun. I just love this thing. People always look. I love that part. Everybody's so curious about this thing. They're just so confused by what it is, like, because it doesn't really look like a dirt bike. It doesn't really look like a mountain bike, and it doesn't have an exhaust. It's not massive, you know. So people always take a look like, what is that? They always try to figure it out. And I don't know, I just find it amusing and entertaining that people just don't know what this thing is. You know, it's fun. I'm sure you ride any fast or high power electric bike, you're gonna get like a whole bunch of looks from people. That's just how it is. I mean, new technology. I mean, I guess not that new. I'm not that exposed to it out here. I didn't realize COVID hit and I was indoors for however long, online school. I didn't see the outside for a little bit, like on a regular basis. So I watched videos about electric vehicles and I never saw it. And I went down to Sacramento and it was like, oh wow, there are like actual people riding things. I got there and immediately saw people on one wheels. I was surprised that people actually ride these electric things, like it's a thing. And there are tons of people on electric bikes and electric scooters, like the bird scooters. I didn't think they were that big of a thing, but it's crazy how common they are. Like they really did blow up. Like this is a quick, like past 4 years, which is pretty quick for an adoption of something. Like a new mode of transportation. That's a pretty quick adoption for everybody to know about electric things and be riding electric things. It's just crazy to me. So when I eventually move into the city, which should be in about a year now, you guys will be getting some city content, which is what I'm excited for. I don't know, just riding this thing in the city seems so pleasant. There's just something about, I don't know, just being in the city. Like out here, you know, I've had this thing for 9 months now, and you know, you ride a lot of the same things. Even with my battery upgrade, you know, double the range, I got a lot more exploring from that. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like, still, you know, you run out of trails eventually. Like this one, I've been on this one a lot of times, but I like it. You know, I don't know how I don't get bored with the same trails over and over. I just find it entertaining. Something about it. Go down same roads over and over. It's just very, very fun to me. I like it. you know. And I don't know, there's no, I mean, I could pack up my bike and go take it somewhere, which is my plan eventually, but there's no motocross things nearby. There's no tracks, which is very surprising considering I live in the middle of nowhere where kids on dirt bikes. But still, with that fact in mind, there's no motocross tracks I know about, which is just surprising. I mean, I'd love to. I don't know how skilled I am. I don't think I'm very skilled. I don't know how well that would turn out. I don't know. I've never done anything like that. I mean, I almost fell off my bike doing a jump one time, so it's a little scary. A little scary just, you know, existing. Hold on, I'm tightening my helmet. Oh, that one's... Let's tighten that. Notice the camera was coming down. There you go. Okay, let's not stay still for too long. Take a look around. Back on the road. Okay. But yeah. New things in the news with Surrons. I've heard about the new model that is coming with, it's either a 38 or 40 amp hour 60 volt battery. And if it's 40 amp hour, that's 2400 watt hours. That's literally 500 more watt hours. That's quite a bit improvement for pretty much the same price. I've heard things about new motor. I haven't seen anything about that. I don't know if that's true or not. I know that the battery thing, 38 or 40 amp hour, but I do not know about the new motor. There's been a whole ton of like fake leaks. I saw a video, so this black and white Surron, and people are saying it's like this new model, but that's actually just like a modded bike or something is what I've heard. So I don't know, they're keeping it under wraps. The Surron Storm Bee is coming to North America from what I've heard. It's finally coming to America for $8,500 US. It's gonna have, you know, I mean, $8,500, you're getting up there to Zero motorcycle prices. You know, you can buy a Zero FXS for that price. It's just like, you know, what's the difference? Which one do you get, you know? Because, you know, battery sizes, motor power, whatever the difference is. But I think the Storm Bee, ooh, it's a 104 volt, 50 amp hour, so I think that's about 5.2 kilowatt hours, something like that. The Zero FXS, I guess, only has 3.6. So for the same price range, if you buy the Storm Bee, then you're getting more battery, which I mean, that's a good deal. The FXS is, I don't know, it's the same price, and you're getting almost like, I don't know, 2 kilowatt hours less of battery. So it's pretty crazy. I think the Storm Bee sounds like a good deal. I mean, a full-sized electric dirt bike from Surron that has quite the decent battery size. I mean, it's bigger than the FXS. That, I didn't really think about that till now. That's pretty crazy. FXS 3.6 kilowatt hours, and that's the same price, if not $1,000 more. I think it might be $9,500 for an FXS. And the Storm Bee is $1,000 cheaper, and you're getting about 1.5 kilowatt hours more. That's quite the improvement. So that's really good pricing, I'd say. Really good pricing. I don't know how many are gonna sell. I mean, maybe I'll buy one if they make a street legal version. That might be the future. I don't know. There might be no modded Segway XYZ. I might not put a KO motor in this thing. I might buy a Zero. I might buy a Storm Bee that's road legal. I mean, I don't know. All up in the air right now. You don't know. The future will bring what it brings. So that's it. Surron Storm Bee. It looks cool. I think it looks cool. You know, I mean, it's got crazy. I've heard, whatchamacallit, let's see, so 5 kilowatt hours. So that's like 30 miles of range at like 65-ish miles per hour. So that, I mean, yeah, maybe about 30, maybe a little bit less, about that range. So 30-mile range at 65 miles per hour. I mean, so you're going farther than the FXS at the same speed. I mean, that's a good deal. So if they make a street legal and sell it in America, or if people make kits for it, that Zero might have to start dropping their prices like dramatically. Otherwise, that might start kicking their butts in the low end for the price range, because that's such a good deal. So let's see. So this battery and this bike is 1.9 kilowatt hours, 1920 watt hours. Surron Storm Bee 5.2, 5,200 watt hours, and the FXS is 3,600 watt hours. So FXS is double the price of a Surron, at more than double. So more than double the price for not double the battery, a little bit less than double the battery. Surron Storm Bee is almost exactly double the price. It's like $300 shy of double the price of a Surron, but you're also getting triple the battery. That's really good. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I guess they're upgrading the battery on everything, so we'll see what happens. Alright, back on the road here, just having a nice chill day, talking about the news. But yeah, that's I mean, I don't know. I haven't read anything about Surron Storm Bee street legal version. I looked it up. There only seems to be an off-road one that's coming to America, which, I mean, is better than nothing. People can put turn signals on there and mirrors and call it street legal. So, I mean, people can call it street legal. Is it actually street legal? That's the question. I mean, people put turn signals and whatever and mirrors onto the Surron and call it street legal, call it whatever. I know, I've heard of one store somebody actually got it registered as a moped. So it can be done. It's not very likely to be done because, well, cops don't really bother you for this thing. I mean, unless you're being reckless with it, unless you're doing wheelies in the middle of traffic in the middle of a city, then they don't care. If you're just commuting, you know, staying in the bike lane a little bit, not trying to go super fast unless you're actually on the road, you know, the turn signals and the mirrors will help, I'll admit that, but it's not street legal. This thing will only be street legal if you put pedals on it, pedals that are assisted by the motor, or pedals that are, like, you know, whatever, connected to the chain in some way. They have to be. But yeah, that's the only way to make it legal. I don't know how it would work on the Storm Bee, considering the powertrain and the looks of the bike. So I don't know. I mean, it looks like a dirt bike, so you'd have to be pretty lean. You'd have to hope you get a lenient copy if you get pulled over. Call it an enduro, like an enduro bike, and hope to God that he thinks it's street legal. I mean, that's just how it is. You just gotta hope with these things. The e-bike laws are very confusing though. Like, they have a set speed limit for every road, everywhere, for every e-bike. For cars, it's, you know, the cars can't go as fast as you want. You're not supposed to. But, you know, each road has a different speed limit. So, if it was like that for e-bikes, that would make the most sense. If it was like, cities have to put up bike speed limits, I mean, that would make sense. Instead of limiting them everywhere at all times on any vehicle, on any e-bike, I mean, to a certain speed limit, that would help. But I don't know. The government doesn't like e-bikes. The government doesn't get money from you buying gas. They get very little from you charging your bike. And the government does not like that. Government wants money. So, you know, loophole culture. That's all this is. Getting around paying for gas. You know, some people commute on these full time, which I don't know. I definitely do a part time. When I move out and I'm in a city, I definitely do a part time. But I don't know, sometimes you just, you know, I wouldn't sell my car. I'd keep my car. You never want to get rid of a car, even if you have an e-bike. Even if your car sits there, when you need your car, you have your car. You need to pick up your e-bike, pack all your things and leave because there's a fire. Boom. There's flooding. There's a storm. I mean, you need a car. It's nice to have one. You know, it's practical. Now, I'm not saying you need some crazy SUV, but something that can pick up your e-bike and your belongings in case you need to get the heck out of anywhere is kind of important. That's my opinion on it. Like, you have Dillian Thompson, who has his van. I mean, that's like literally perfect. You plug up somewhere, charge your bike, go ride it around, put it back in the van, sleep, eat, everything in the van. I mean, that's it. I don't know if he has a house, I don't know anything about that, but I know he's living in a van most of the time. And I mean, that's smart. Saves you money. Another loophole thing. Loophole culture. Government doesn't like it. Government wants money. And anything you can do to not give them money is something that they don't like. That's why they're trying to pass the strict regulations on e-bikes. I wonder what's going to happen with e-scooters next. Because the e-scooters, I don't know what the laws are on them. I think they can go as fast as they want, wherever they want, for however long they want. Because, well, they're different. They're not built like a bike. And scooters, I don't know. That's just, the laws will catch up with everything at some point, but hopefully we can make them not as bad. That's the dream. Anyways, yeah. That was just my nice chill ride. I just wanted to get out, ride the bike. This thing's been sitting at 100% for past, I don't know, about week, maybe just a week. What day? Today's Thursday. Oh damn, it's been sitting out for like a week and a half. Yeah, so I had to go use it. Can't leave the battery at 100 for a long period of time, so I hope the battery's fine. I mean, I think it's fine. You know, I try my best not to. I mean, I charge this thing to 100 every time, which I've heard from some people is not good, and I've heard from other people that that's fine as long as you don't leave it charged. Like my old X160 battery is just sitting there at 40%, so in the safe range. So it's sitting there at 40%, and you know, I'll use it eventually because you have to discharge it and recharge it eventually. But right now, I don't know. I'll use it eventually. It's not very practical. I don't have use for it, you know. Anyways, I think that's the end of my rambling today. So I'll pull over up ahead and I'll sign out. But anyways, that was it. My ramblings. Talked about the Surron Storm Bee versus the Zero FXS. Talked about e-bike laws, you know, a lot of rambling today, but that's fine. But anyways, thank you guys for watching today's video. Sorry if it was a little bit of a mess. I mean, you know, I was just talking. I mean, a lot of people just want to talk.